predominant in the upper levels. So it's not going to allow a lot of moisture to move here into the state. Instead, what we're going to see is going to be a cool front move in from the northwest, and that is going to allow for some stronger winds, but it's also going to be allowing for some slightly cooler temperatures. I'm going to jump ahead here in the forecast because today's going to be dry, tomorrow's going to be dry, but that cool front comes on shore on Friday. So that allows for a little bit of uncertainty. We need to see how it interacts with land. Still looks like it's going to be pretty dry, but there's still some uncertainty in how much cooler we're going to get and how windy we will be. But since it approaches pretty quickly, I'm expecting to see winds pick up across our foothills and through our northern and central mountains sometime Friday afternoon and into Friday evening. And here's what some of the models are showing us now. Today's wind gusts will be between 20 and 30 miles per hour across our foothills. Calm winds here in the Denver metro area. Tomorrow by 6 p.m., that's when we'll really see those gusts above 40 miles per hour start to kick in places like Netherland, Estes Park, Allens Park, Red Feather Lakes, areas that are very close to the Cameron Peak fire and the East Troublesome fire. And this is where the concern goes. Those gusts will get stronger throughout Friday night and into early Saturday morning, possibly climbing to 50, 60 miles per hour. So we might not see low enough humidity values to issue red flag warnings. And there might still be some snow on the ground that helps to keep that fire danger a little bit lower. But given that the fire is still burning, those strong winds are going to be a big concern. And we'll get some gusty winds here in the Denver area Saturday afternoon. 20-mile-per-hour gusts or greater will be possible here on Saturday for us. Forecast does call for a lot of sunshine. Again, highs reaching 62 today. Tonight will drop to 33 with mostly clear skies. Our winds will be out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're going to see temperatures dip into the 50s, so it's not a strong cold front as far as temperatures go, Saturday and Sunday. Remember, your clocks are going to change for you. Most likely that's automatic these days. I have to keep reminding myself of that. That'll happen Saturday night and into early Sunday. Broncos game should be mild. Very different forecast from what we saw there last week. And then we enter into a really warm forecast and highs in the 70s Monday and Tuesday, upper 60s for Wednesday and Thursday. We will have a chance, if you're waiting to vote at the polls, Tuesday will be breezy, it will be warm, it will be dry. For everybody who is wanting to head out and safely celebrate Halloween, it's going to be dry, it's going to be chilly. Our temperatures will be in the 30s and 40s, so dress accordingly. All right, so since we are now in that part of our forecast, I am now going to take the opportunity to log on to our Facebook page. I know that's one of the places where we are streaming live. I'm going to put this back here so you can take a look at our radar screen, not necessarily for Colorado because there's nothing going on here, but in places that are, and I'll take a look at your questions. If you have any questions about the forecast, let me know. I'm happy to go over things one more time before we sign off here, but I'm going to check to see what y'all are talking about. Oh, Susan says, when will we get that snow for November? That is a great question. At least doesn't look like it's going to come early. Possibly first week of November 7th through the 10th. That is a really long ways out. There might be a disturbance that moves through. I say might because that is an awful long ways out. I don't put a lot of trust in the forecasts that go that far out because a lot can happen between now and then. Those systems are well offshore anyway, but we might start to see some changes then. Look, it's November. I would expect to see some kind of weather event move through. It doesn't have to be big, but at least something that either cools us off or maybe even produces a little bit of rain or snow. But we're starting to get into that time of year where we do have a few systems move through now and then. Natasha has asked, how much is the fire contained? Hey, Tom Green, I'm live on Facebook Live and a few other places too. They're asking how much the fires are contained. Do you know that number off the top of your head?
No, but I'll check and I'll get right back.
Cool, thank you. Let's see. Do you see any chances for precipitation coming up? Lista's asking that. Yeah, no, I'm going to go over that again. Over the next 7 to 10 days, I'm not looking at much in the way of moisture. We do have this cold front that's going to move through. It comes on shore Friday morning, crosses the Rockies. Rain and snow stays to the north of Colorado. So when it moves through, it creates windy conditions more than anything else, especially across our foothills. Now, the moisture that we have seen with the latest system might help some with the fire danger there. However, gusty winds out of the west are always a concern. That has a tendency, at least here downslope east of the Rockies, to eat up some of the snow. I wouldn't be surprised if it did that over some of our foothills as well. Most of that wind will be arriving late Friday afternoon and into early Friday evening. 40+ mile per hour gusts possible around 6 p.m. according to this model run. And then after that, we could see gusts climb to 50, even 60 miles per hour out across our foothills. And some of those gusts will continue even into early Saturday morning. By Saturday afternoon, they die down a little, but not by much. And we get about 20 mile per hour gusts here in the Denver metro area. Our forecast for the entire state looks pretty dry. Here's a look at Denver's forecast for the next 7 days. Highs today in the low 60s, tomorrow lower to middle 60s. Saturday and Sunday, as that cold front moves through, our temperatures are going to be in the middle to upper 50s, but plenty of sunshine and lots of sunshine also as we go into next week. Thank you, Tom. All right, so for really quickly before we wrap this up, to answer the question about the containment, let me get back on here for you guys. The East Troublesome fire is 30% contained, and the Cameron Peak fire is 64% contained. So I know they're probably going to be trying to make some headway on those, especially with the upcoming winds and the dry forecast that we have ahead. So that is all that I have for you. We're going to go over again that 7-day one more time. Mild and dry weather coming our way. We do have a couple of big events for us, especially with the Broncos game, Halloween, the time change, and voting on Tuesday. It's our last day to head to the polls. Temperatures are going to be in the 50s and 60s from now through the weekend, and upper 60s and low 70s into next week. Danielle Grant will be back tonight, and she'll have the rest of your forecast and an updated forecast at that coming up tonight on 9 News.